Hello and welcome to today's video. We will be talking about the top mistakes to avoid during a visa interview. Ever questioned the importance that visa interview has in getting your visa approved? In this video, I will show you how to increase the chances to get a visa by learning which are the common mistakes to avoid during a visa interview and what you should actually be doing in its place. Behind every rejected visa stands a real reason for it. It's important for you to be aware that there are things you should avoid during a visa interview. Not everyone is actually able to see the importance of getting to directly meet diplomatic officials in a visa interview. Most of the applicants actually put away their effort and energy in collecting their documents of visa application. This way, they often even fail to give the needed significance to get the visa interview. That means it begins with you organizing your documents. So in this situation, then there's a great chance for you to have an impact on your visa application. And remember, leaving a good impression and presenting yourself properly during the appointed visa interview is important as well. Of course, remember to always organize your documents in a very good and neat way, right? So we will be looking at how you can do that. Remember, the visa officials at the embassy where you apply are of course expecting you to demonstrate certain interview qualities and performances that will distinguish you from all the candidates who will be submitting and going for their visa interviews. So being a visa candidate will of course requires you to, or what they require you to identify is how to really stand out from the crowd. And which are these common mistakes that could get you missing out on the visa interview? Number one, lateness. When you're given a visa interview, you're slotted in a specific time, the exact date and time is provided. And of course, you need to be very keen on getting there on time. And what is actually an important thing to remember is that sometimes you even become nervous when you're late. So you don't want to end up failing the entire visa interview because you got late. So please make sure to leave home early and remember to put in the time factor for the traffic from wherever you're getting to travel from to the visa interview location. So be keen on that one. The other thing is inappropriate answers. This one normally provokes the visa officials to not take your application seriously. And this would show that you did not have ample preparation. So if you're not able to predict what visa questions are, you will not be able to give genuine and well thought out answers for the officials. So that's why I'll be following up this video with a video on the questions to expect. Well, when you do not know what the questions are, the risks of giving inappropriate answers are really high. That means the answers could be made up, unacceptable, mistaken, incomplete, or even goofy answers. So knowing the amount of tension you carry with you in an interview session, you're probably most likely to give such answers. So we don't want that to happen. Now, I always advise that in case you're very tense, but the questions are coming, just be yourself, respond to them naturally. Just remember that you're doing this with a goal, and the goal is to get to pass the visa interview. And another thing that would be a mistake is skipping questions or false answers. You know, when you apply for a visa, the interview is a simple way for the diplomatic office to meet with you and understand you in depth. And they want to also link the information you provided during the application process with the information they're going to ask as questions, and you will respond with answers. So remember, that has to match. Now, if the questions are really sensitive, then you need to be keen on how you react. Also, remember not to give fake information. This applies even when you're submitting documents as well. So in case you gave the wrong information on the documents, this would be easily captured here. So remember not to skip any questions or give any false answers. Inappropriate appearance. This one we cannot even overemphasize on this. How you look, how you present yourself during the interview will really contribute. You know, it starts with your outfit, your shoes, your makeup, your temperament, your body posture, even the amount of perfume you wear. Remember that the first impression is everything, and usually you cannot get a second chance to leave the first impression. So give it the needed importance instead of trying to improve it another time. It's considered an unwanted element of your interview if you dress carelessly or even informally and with showy clothes, accessories, too much makeup, too much perfume. Remember, guys, too much of anything is poisonous. So remember to minimize, just make make and leave a good impression. Of course, they will deem you a serious visa candidate with that. Another important component is the body posture and the mimics you make during the question answer session. A face that expresses fear and uncertainty, as well as a body that you're crouching on the seat or you're too laid back, it might lead the visa officials to consider you worthless or dishonest. In case you're also not keen on making eye contact, they might also not really look at you as a serious candidate. So in its place, please remember to try hold a neutral body position by sitting tall. Keep your arms open, not crossed, not like this, not like this. That would make you, crossing your arms this way would make you seem as if you're defending yourself from the answers or something. So remember to keep your body position sitting tall, keep your arms open to show that you're open and ready for a fair interview. And remember, during this time, you're maintaining eye contact, all right? So, and of course, remember to avoid eyeing or just making odd eye gestures. Important, another important part is incomplete supporting documents. So you really need to be keen on this one. We have prepared a list. We normally provide you with a list of the documents required. So you need to organize the documents following a certain order. You need to appear equipped with the correct documentation. You need to organize everything from your education, from your marital status, booked accommodation, flying ticket reservation, language skills, and more. Prepare these documents in one place. That is a very neat folder. And that way you have them in the a day before or a day earlier before the interview. So make sure you have the checklist and you're ticking along as you arrange and organize your documents. So you can only appear as a serious candidate when you present your documents in a very neat and an organized manner. What is the other thing that could make you miss out a visa during the interview? One other mistake that candidates make is unnecessary information. So if you've been asked a question, make sure to understand it well. You would rather ask for them to ask the question a second time rather than answering from a place of not understanding the question clearly. Remember, exaggerated answers and not required explanations are not supposed to be given in a visa interview. Be keen on that one as well. The visa official is not interested in losing a day listening to everything about you while it's unneeded and irrelevant information. They only want to get specific and clear information that they have asked you directly. Avoid losing a sense of your talk by trying to impress. Keep it short, simple, and accessible. Always remember that. Another mistake to avoid is nervousness. What destroys your answers during the interview? You could have all the right answers, but when you become nervous, then you will definitely sleep and miss out on it. So also overconfidence might also destroy your interview. Speaking too much of your successes, shaky noise, pointing yourself or the official with a finger, unstable eye contact, and other negative gestures would always show that you're nervous. So to avoid uninvited situations, always remember to be as calm, as relaxed as can be. Try to remain present during the interview. That will also really help you to calm down. Another mistake to avoid during the visa interview would be disagreeing with the visa official. I mean, you're there to respond to questions, so remember to remain calm. In case you did not like a question or you object to what the official dialogues, remember to, in a very sophisticated language, raise the query, and a calm tone, raise the query that they clarify what they have said or they clarify the question in a very calm manner. Always remember to do that. Another top mistake to Actually, we are done with the mistakes to avoid. And another one, just to give you something as we come to the end of this video, another one of the mistakes is, of course, always not being yourself. In all situations, whether it's a visa interview, whether it's a job interview, I always recommend that you remember to just be yourself. Because every other time that you're going there out of pretense, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself, you would most likely look like someone who is really not genuine, right? Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. Remember to share this video with someone else or other people who would be preparing to go for their visa interview. I'll make sure to follow this video up with a very clear guideline on questions to expect also. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching to the end. And if you're new here, this is a YouTube channel for anyone looking to travel abroad, either for studies, for work, as well as my travel stories, and any inspiration coming your way is also welcome for you to share with us. Thank you so much and have a lovely day.